Hello, everyone. So sorry. I had some problems with the transmission. It's a little bit late, like 4 minutes. So sorry. I have some problems. Well, first, thank you very much to be here. Today we are working on Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. And we are going to be working word 201. 201. Thank you very much. Well, today we are going to work in the, what are we going to do today? Today we are going to give extra information. To give extra information. That is our topic of today. Yes, that is our objective. How can we do that? Okay, but before that, we are going to start with a little activity. The first one. Can you tell me, hi Nakar, good morning. Can you tell me what is this part of the body? I am talking about this one, not the complete. Only this one. Bella, good morning. Ale, good morning. What do you think is that? This part? Those are fingers. Osiris, good morning. Hi. This one, my hand has fingers. But these ones are Real. Hi, good morning. Luz, fingers, very well. Fingers are for the hand. For the feet, Zoe, good morning. For the feet, those are. Thank you very much. Donovan, good morning. Thank you very much. Remember, for foot are toes. Thank you very much. Very well, toes. Another. Let's gonna talk about vocabulary. A part of the house. For example, okay, very well. Part of the house. Which is the part of the house? Sebastian, good morning. Hi. Here we'll have a sofa. Okay, here we'll have a chimney. Living room. The living room. Alondra, good morning. Very well. Good. The next one. Here we have Nakar, very well. Zoe, Ale, very well. Here we have another. What is that? What do you think is that? This. Okay, thank you very much. Good. Take Alondra. Luz, correct. Donovan, very well. So, boy makes a sandcastle. Yes, a sandcastle. Thank you very much. One more time, and we finish. This one. What is that in English? Logical in English. We normally use in afternoons, on the weekends. We don't use in the school. The material is the name. Okay, true, sir. But the complete. Most of the time they are blue, and we use when you go to the mall. And we don't use for parties. They are very informal. It's large. Okay, very well. Okay. They are jeans. Excellent. Thank you very much. Yes, it's true. Bella, very well. Pants are correct. Too. Pants are correct. Pants normally for formal. In this case, jeans is correct. Thank you very much. Well, today what we're going to do, we are going to learn to give extra information. But before that, let's gonna do another thing. In some classes, we saw one topic. The topic was relative pronouns. Do you remember relative pronouns? Relative pronouns. We saw this topic, so we are going to do it very fast. Relative pronouns. Tell me the relative pronouns. Tell me the relative pronouns for people, for objects, or things, or animals, for places, possessions. Come on, tell me. Relative pronoun. Relative pronoun for people is. Relative pronoun for people is. Later, relative pronoun for object, relative pronoun for places, and relative pronoun for possessions. For possessions, please. Very well. For persons, we can use who. And sometimes we can use that. Relative pronouns for objects, animals, objects or animals. Okay, very well. Relative pronouns for objects, animals. Okay, the order. Okay, the order is correct. Thank you very much. The object could be two or could be alone. Thank you, Emilio. Thank you very well. Ale, it's correct. Luz, very well. For object, we can use that, or even though we can use which. Yes, it's correct. For places, as you said, thank you, Ale. Which or that. Very well. For places, as you said, Ale, very well. Okay, Emilio, good. Real, good. For places, we use where. And for positions, okay, very well, good. Santiago, good. Real, okay. Luz, good. Very well. Emilio, good. And the last one, for positions, we are going to use. Somebody told me, Carol. Hi, good morning. Where? Very well. Places where. Now, thank you. Santiago, Real, thank you. Very well, Soe, thank you. For positions, we are going to use whose. Okay, that's all. We solved this topic a long time ago. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, another topic that we saw in another time, in another class, was the defining relative clause, or defining, as you want to pronounce defining or defining. We saw this topic, defining or defining, as you want to say, defining relative clause. Defining relative clause is for. Defining relative clause is for. When do we use defining or defining relative clause? Eraser. Defining relative clause we use to talk about, to give what? Nobody? Defining relative clause is used when you give what kind of information did you give when you use defining relative clause? Don't worry. Defining relative clause we use to give important information. Okay, very well. Thank you, sir. Definite relative clause define the noun. Define the noun. Excellent. Very well. Yes. Important, or you said important information, specific information, a specific information. Okay, Emilio, thank you very much. Looks good. Thank you. Definite relative clause is when you give important, specific, essential information. What does it mean? Without this information, the central idea, the main idea. Without this information, our sentence doesn't have sense. If we don't use definite relative clause, our idea doesn't have sense. Yes, the main idea. Example. Here we have 3 girls. The beautiful drawings. Here we have 3 girls. And I told you, hey, I know the girl. I know the girl. The girl number 2 or the girl number 3. We do not know about who we're talking about it. Okay? We are not very sure. Because if I say the girl, we don't have enough information. What about if I say the girl, the relative pronouns who is wearing a blue skirt. Got it? If I say the girl who is wearing a blue skirt, maybe it's a little clear. I'm gonna ask you, right? If I tell you the girl who is wearing a blue skirt is the number 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, or 3? I don't understand your drawings. Please write. No drawings. Right. Thank you very much. If I tell you the girl who is wearing a blue skirt, thank you, Hania. We are talking about the girl number 3. I am giving to you essential, important information. So, when we are given essential, important information, we are talking about definite relative clause. For important, essential, or main idea, we are talking about definite relative clause. Now, let's gonna change of topic. It was a little review. Today, we are going to learn to give extra information. And for that, we are going to use non-definite relative clause. The topic is non-definite relative clause. Characteristics of this one. Logical. The first one, it gives extra information. Number 1, it gives extra information. Second, Sometimes it is no necessary. Sometimes it is not necessary. You can write it and you can omit. You can omit. You can positive, erase, or take out. What does it mean? If you write it, you are given extra information. But if you omit it, there is no problem because your sentence is gonna have good sense. It will have a logical sequence. Another thing could be that it doesn't use no the relative pronouns, relative pronoun, no relative pronoun that. With non-definite relative clause, we don't use that. With non-definite relative clause, we don't use that. 4 characteristics. First of all, gives extra information. Second, it is not necessary. You can omit, you can erase, you can take out. And the other, we don't use relative pronouns doubt with non-definite relative clause. Let's gonna have some examples. For example, imagine that I told you, Paul, who doesn't Paul, comma, doesn't like Paul, who doesn't like pop music, never goes to clubs. Here we have a little long sentence. Here say, Paul, who doesn't like pop music, never goes to clubs. Here, if you say Paul never go to clubs, it has sense. If you say Paul who doesn't like pop music, you are giving extra information. When you give the idea who doesn't like pop music, you are giving extra information. You are adding more information. This one, who doesn't like pop music, that is the non-definite relative clause. Why? Because it gives you more information. It gives you extra information. What happens if you take it out? Doesn't matter. Paul never goes to club. We don't have problems. Another example. Another example. Okay, very well. Something very important with non-definite relative clause is the commas. Do you understand W and C? Do you understand W and Z? Yes? Relative pronoun for that. Where? Something very important. Non-definite relative clause needs comma. W and C, where I study, comma, where W and C, where I study, comma, is close today. Okay, here we have another sentence. Check. W and C, where I study, is closed today. What happened if I erase where I study? We only have W and C is closed today. If we say W and C is closed today, it has a logical sequence. But if you erase that part, W and C, it doesn't have sense. So what is the extra information? Can you tell me in this sentence, what is the extra information? Y and C, where I study, is closed today. What is the extra information? What is the information that maybe is not necessary? What is the information that you can erase, that you can take out? Here, for you, what is the extra information? Can you tell me? Okay, Emilio, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, it's correct. That is the extra information. Okay, very well, Zoe. Thank you, Carol. Very well. Good. Good. Like for you. Good. Good. Where I study is the extra information. Alandra, thank you. Osiris, very well. Where I study is the extra information. And remember, the extra information is called non-definite relative clause. So here we have the non-definite relative clause. Where I study is the non-definite relative clause. Thank you, Ali. Let's gonna check another. For example, Tokyo. Yes, Tokyo. Tokyo. Non-definite relative clause need, comma. Which, the relative pronouns is which. Let's gonna change it of color, which. Tokyo, which has more restaurant Tokyo, which has more restaurant than any other city. Comma. Remember, we need the comma. Is popular among tourists. The same question. Tokyo, which has more restaurants than any other city, is popular among tourists. Which do you think is the extra information? The information that you can erase, the information that you can take out, and if you take out this information, your sentence has a logical sequence. Tell me, what do you think is that? Okay, thank you, Zoe. Thank you, good, very well. If I say Tokyo is popular among tourists, thank you, Luz, thank you. If I say Tokyo is popular among the tourists, it's correct. It has sense. It has a logical sequence. Donovan, okay, very well. Brad, it's correct, very well. So the extra information is called non-definite relative clause or defining. Non-definite relative clause is the extra information. Very well. Only one exercise. Only one exercise. Alan. Here you have some words. Alan, birthday, December, young, and brother. Do me a favor. Hania, thank you. Donovan, thank you. Here you have Alan, birthday, and December. Young, brother. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Write a sentence using non-definite relative clause. Non-definite relative clause is an extra information. It's not an essential information. You need to use comma. You can't use the relative pronouns that. You can use that. Okay? So please try to write a non-definite relative clause using these words. Come on. Try to use it. Come on. Alan, birthday, December, young brother. Try to write a non-definite relative clause using this one. What do I mean? That try to give an extra information using. Sometimes the people say that definite relative clause and non-definite relative clause, they try to match, they try to mix two or more ideas without repeating the same. So try to write it. To say me, that's teacher, I finish. Thank you very much. Okay, very well. Good. Luz, that idea is good. Your idea is good. Very well. Pratt. Okay, very well. Good. Pratt, that is good. Luz is good. Pratt is good. Very well. Okay, Emilio, very well. Good, good. Okay, good. All of them are good. Let's gonna try to build only one. Your sentence, your ideas are correct. Your sentence, your ideas are correct. Your sentence, your ideas are correct. Your ideas are correct. Now, my idea. Alan. Alan is the main clause, the most important part of the sentence. Alan is the main clause, the most important part. Alan. Non-definite relative clause use. Alan, possession. Whose? Possession. Birthday is, be careful with the preposition. On December, comma, we can say has a brother or a young brother, or we can say Alan, whose birthday in December is my young brother. So the main clause, the main idea, the most important part of this is Alan is my young brother. It's the most important part. The extra information is whose birthday is on December. When you have an extra information, you are using non-defining relative clause. Okay? So Alan's whose birthday is in December is my young brother. This part The non-definite relative clauses whose birthday is on December. Well, guys, boys and girls, thank you very much for your attention. For today is all. If you don't understand very well this, you can write and I can explain you one more time. Or you can send me a mail. I say, Teacher Julio, can you explain one more time? And I explain you. Just remember that you have to send the evidence of today. The only thing that you are going to do is to take a picture or the screenshot and send it by mail. Well, boys and girls, thank you very much for your attention. Pleasure. See you. Have an excellent day. Have an excellent week. And I send my greetings to all of you and your family. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.